Escape from Tarkov is a game that most people have probably heard something about at this point. Its popularity seems to fly up and down, with one of the bigger spikes being, well, like a month or two ago at this point. This last jump in excitement was enough for me to throw down my very own hard-earned rubles to give it a shot. Many praises had been sung about Tarkov, enough to get me to go to a random site and actually hand over my credit card. Just kidding. I used PayPal, because all of these game launchers and services like Steam and Epic and, you know, the bigger ones has just made looking at the pay window on a random dev site just land the old heebles jeebles right into the pit of my very being. But once my money was forfeit and my download was done, it was time for me to jump into this wonderful game world that I had heard so much about. And please, actually no, my first foray into the game was not like that, but in the spirit of Tarkov, I wanted to keep you on your toes. Also, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Some of the clips that you're gonna see in this video look like hot ass, just flaming garbage. OBS and I had our differences, but after a few tweaks and a lot of arguing, we agreed that I should be streaming this game at a much higher quality than I was. But you really can't replace the footage of my very first experiences in this game, so you're just gonna see them in all their pixelated glory. So, I'm sorry, I suppose. But my first jump into the game actually looked more like this.
So we gotta be...
Okay, so being in a group doesn't really
doesn't do shit.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you accept that we spawn next to each other. I'm to your left.
Okay. That very bald and very crouched man was my friend Jam, and he was to be my guide to this whole experience. Now, I can admit Jam was no expert, but he had played a few more matches than I have and at least had some experience with the game by the time that I bought it, so he agreed to be my Sherpa up this game mountain in the heart of the motherland. Things went very smoothly at first. I mean, there we were, just two boys taking a walk through the woods, enjoying the nature and the serene surroundings. But if you've ever played Tarkov, you know that feelings like peace and serenity are just an illusion. And for the last time in his life, Jam forgot this and proceeded to speak too soon.
Yeah, let's finish what we started. I'm having so much fun right now, Colin, because the inhibitions are gone when you're with a person.
Well, let me tell you. Oh God, he's right here! He's right here! Now, if we could just hold up just 1 minute, we just back it up, just take a second, because I would like to point out the absolute piece of high fashion that has dawned upon this ambusher's head. This beautiful Pom Pom was soon mine, acquired entirely over this man's dead body. This Pom Pom and I had many a journey together. I took it into a few games with me afterward, and we had a great time, crouched in fear, dipping and diving, dodging bullets, and there was even a time when I lost her for a minute. I took her into a game and died a horrific death that unfortunately I don't have any footage of. But rest assured, my friends, through the power of the insurance industry and this very happy, extremely sweaty Russian man, my dear sweet Pom Pom was returned to my waiting hands. Nobody had taken it off my body because truly they don't understand what it means to be the best looking man in all of Tarkov. But I digress, because this encounter with this fuzzy-headed gentleman did not end there. Scores of men crept out of the bushes and taught me a lesson about Tarkov that I wouldn't soon forget. No one is ever safe, and cherish those sweet, sweet limbs while you got them.
I think we're talking about the same person, different angles.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for the captain.
Oh, that hurts. Help,
All right,
my leg.
all right.
I was shot in the leg. Despite this unfortunate turn of events, Jam and I soldiered on, me limping the whole way. Don't forget to cherish those limbs. And eventually found our way to a gate that ended up being the key to our beautiful freedom.
This isn't the extract.
Extraction
Can you
in
leave here?
4, 3,
Oh, hell yeah.
2,
Wait.
1.
Get out of here.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Oh God, they're congratulating me with loud music. Well, my freedom. Turns out Jam had different extraction points and had to walk a little ways down a fence to make it out on his own. Either way, this did mean that my very first match of Tarkov ended in a rousing and high-fashioned success, and it served as an introduction to many, many more matches that didn't go nearly as well as this one did. Over the course of the next couple days in the PTSD-laden world of Tarkov, I learned many, many more important lessons. Things like just shoot your gun instead of freaking out and flopping around like some kind of well, just look for yourself.
I have I'm gonna be using this pistol regardless. So if this
shit.
They're here. You sure you don't want it?
I'm sneaking out the back of the... I think they're coming from this entrance. I think I hear them outside.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that. I also learned the hard way that communication in this game is extremely important, and it is a need. It's a basic need to know in Tarkov who is your friend and who is not your friend.
I'm the game incorrectly.
Yeah. What? Oh my god, I'm taking this. Hell yeah, give me this. Oh, my face cover. I can just take the
There's a man on the
off.
street. Man on the street. And he will shoot you if he sees you.
I need...
He's coming the same way. I'm gonna try to drop him with my musket.
Oh!
Oh, he's shooting at me. Oh, he's really hitting a lot.
We're talking about different men.
Oh, he's at the bottom of your stairs.
What?
I'm getting shot by someone else.
Oh, I think I'm shooting the fuck out of you, Jam.
Dude.
I thought you were near me.
He's walking towards the cars now.
Okay, I thought you were closer to me.
No, I said earlier I was going to the cars to check him out.
I'm gonna tell you,
behind the
I
yellow
was
van.
mesmerized by the inventory and not paying any attention.
Oh, alright, I'm dead.
Oh my god. Well, I got turned on, so... Didn't even hear the gunfire. Shooting your friends is no good. So, unfortunately, 0 out of 10 gaming experience from me. Tarkov, like many games out there, is exactly what you make of it. And as much time as you spend cowering in fear and hiding for your life and just wishing that the big scary gun noises would just stop, because at the end of the day you're just a scared little boy who finds himself in the throes of a war he never asked for, fighting for his life just to make it out with a broken ass gun with no dust cover or stock and a thing of fucking pomegranate juice. As much time as you spend doing all that, don't forget the games are just about you and the fellows going out into the world to soak up everything that it has to offer. Jam and I sought out many great adventures, such as tasting blood.
Only if they were trying to
yeah, come down the side. To tasting some sweet, sweet juice. Down to clown. Damn, look at the... We discussed the important things in life. What's the situation for switching from, like, can you switch from auto to single?
B. B is in bussy.
And I even continued to hang out with my friend after he was possessed by a horrific demon. And 2 grenades. Thank you, Tiny Box. What's up, bitch? Look at that. This is a horrific sight if I've ever seen one. Are you looking at the ground? Oh, and your head. Oh, please. No, no. This is what Thomas sees when he goes to sleep.
Oh, you turned away right as I sprinted at you.
Oh, yeah, you're damn right. I'm not hanging around for that fucking horror show. No, seriously, Jam was really freaking me out. There's just something about the look in that man's eyes that... It wasn't right.
Hello.
Oh, God. What are you wearing?
What do you mean? I'm in business.
Dude, this is the most horrific your face in this lighting. Oh, that's not better. Dude. Oh, you are the scariest motherfucker on the planet. Jesus. I can't just sit here and look at that mug. After we had worked through some of our more biblical troubles, I also learned that windows in this game, and I don't know if it's all of them, and I don't know if they already have to be kind of broken. I don't know the parameters, alright? But you can walk into them, and they will break, and you will think you're being shot at. Station.
Not really, I don't think.
That'd be the best way to try to peek, whatever. Ooh. Hello?
Is that a shot at us?
The times that we had were even rounded out by a reminder that even though you stopped fighting someone like 5 minutes ago, and they were out on a little ridge, and you were hiding in a building, even though literally nothing has happened for the last 5 or 10 minutes, that they're still watching you. Alright? They haven't looked away, they know that you're in there, and unless they see you leave, they're just gonna keep acting like you're in there.
Yeah, here's the thing. That sniper might still be watching here, but we have our little escape route. I'm realizing.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gonna be ready for that. But I don't think that guy is standing here waiting or anything like that.
So at the end of the day, how did I feel about Tarkov? Well, I actually really enjoyed it. The first few days were a whirlwind of cheers, tears, and the absolute childlike wonder of being in a new video game for the first time. That is, until it was corrupted by money and greed. And I started taking the game a little bit more seriously than I should have, because for some reason I just found myself in a heap of absolutely fake video game money, and it went straight to my head. Just make sure that you bring some good pals, some good ammo, but really though, find out which is the good ammo, and just be ready to have some good times, because like I said, just like any game, you're only going to have as much fun in Tarkov as you allow yourself to. Don't let that gear fear stop you from going out and having a blast. Maybe you'll shoot some men, maybe you'll do some goofy ass stuff with your fellas, and maybe you'll just leave with a smidgen of PTSD. No, seriously, enjoy the good times in that game while they're happening, because at any moment the startling gunfire could begin and then you black out, and after a few moments you wake up just surrounded by the dead bodies of the scavs and the PMCs that had ambushed you, and you're just covered in the blood and the brains of your friend, and very suddenly you're alone on a map that you've never been on before. And people heard the gunfight. They heard you, alright? They always heard you. And they're coming. And they're going to take your life, and they're going to take your things. And then all of a sudden there's just a train horn that's blaring, and you realize that the only way for you to even get out of there alive is to make your way onto the train, and it just keeps blaring its horn just to let you know that if you're not on it, you are going to be the next thing to be splattered all over the wall, forgotten and alone. Sounds too specific? That's because it happened. So I'll leave you guys with this clip, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so you don't climb over things in this game.
Not really.
And
no.
I thought that you did. Alright, I'm hitting the dirt in here because there's a man that I killed that I'd like to see what he owns. Oh god! Is that
shots? No, that's not me.
Oh.
They're firing on you from opposite the way we came.
Alright, I ran into a train car.
I know where they're shooting from, but there's no way I can ice this guy. I think he's sniping from a roof.
Okay, those shots sounded super close.
I got killed.
Damn it. So where...
He was on a roof in the direction that those shots came from, which was like, if your train is east, it is. The train is east of you. He shot from the north. He shot from the top floor of some building. He had a sniper rifle.
Okay. So many dead people over here.
Yeah, if you're worried about that gun, I would just worry about, I guess, listen for that fucking one train horn.
Shit. There it is. But is 60 seconds gonna be...
60 seconds. So I don't know how long you have to stand there. That's the problem. I guess just run there in about 10, 15 seconds. He's probably gonna be watching, so I'd try to put the other side on you. But unfortunately, I don't have a ton of info to give you.
Yeah. Ooh.
It looks pretty straightforward.
Wait for train departure. Okay. Can I...
Just hide, I guess.
Yeah.
So, that's good to know that you don't need to get there until right. Like, you just need to be on the train.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shut up.
Is that 30 seconds?
Nope. That should mean it's closing the doors.
Ooh. Let's fucking go, boys.
Nice job, brother.